Hello everyone, Logan from Curated Avalon, and today is the 4th of July in America, so it is our Independence Day. It was this day in 1776 that we declared our independence from England, and the rest is history. So I thought it would be a fun opportunity to write in my quote journal, and I thought what better than an American poem. I purchased this book at an antique shop years ago. It was one of those that was buried under a bunch of stuff, and I thought, you know what, it doesn't look special, I'm going to check it out anyway, and found this absolute gem as a result. This is Poetry Through the Years of America, and I very much love this. It's unique in the fact that it categorizes the poems by historical event. It makes it very easy to find something thematically correct for the occasion. So this was printed in 1908. And I'm going to flip through the beginning just a little bit in case anyone is interested in the introduction or the table of contents. Hopefully you can see and freeze it if you're interested in reading. So this starts the table of contents. We have the discovery of America, in the wake of Columbus, the settlement of Virginia. It just goes on like that, and it's so unique to see all of this just thematically laid out for me. It makes it so easy. I would like to see more poetry books done this way. So hopefully you can read that. If you are interested, as I said, just pause the video and read through the index. Of course, today's theme will be Independence Day, which is a little bit earlier in America's history, but I love this table of contents. All of the themes and titles, it's just really intriguing to me. Okay, so going back to the beginning, we've got the early settlements moving into the Revolution, and here we have the independence theme categories. So I'm just going to start. I think it's adorable actually, and definitely was done on purpose. If you can see, the first poem starts at 176. Someone was a little too clever that day. So I'm going to skip through to 176. And there we go. So we have Emancipation from British Dependence, Rodney's Ride, American Independence, Independence Day, the 4th of July. That is the shortest, so that is the one I will be going with today. But there's also On Independence, the American Patriot's Prayer, and Columbia is the last one in that category. So flipping back to the 4th of July, I'm going to try to slide this to where I can still read it to copy. Might be out of frame for you, but it's in frame for me. This is my onion skin journal. This is the extra large size that they carry. And if you've seen my previous quote videos, I have a Thomas Jefferson quote so far, a C.S. Lewis quote, and a Memorial Day tribute. So this will be for the 4th of July. Bring this a little closer to me. And today for a paperweight, I have my Virginia Metal Crafters inkwell. This one has the lid. I have a smaller one that doesn't have its lid. If you can see on the bottom, I'm going to try to bring this up and get it into focus. It has the Virginia Metal Crafters stamp on the bottom. Very cool. I love these. I actually have used this quite a bit in the past. I haven't used it recently, but I have used it before. I'm just going to slide that over to hold my paper down. And for a writing instrument today, I will be using a fountain pen. But first, I want to start by laying down some kind of design on the paper. I think that's what I'm going to do this time, and then write over top. I'm going to try that out and see how it goes. And I'm going to do fireworks. So I'm actually going to move this out of the way altogether because I don't want this beautiful antique book getting fountain pen ink all over it. I will be using a syringe, and I have a new Noodler's ink, new to me Noodler's ink that I haven't tried before. I got a little lucky and grabbed a bottle of Censor Red before they were all gone. I can't remember if this has been discontinued or if it has just been renamed, but I did not have like a bright red in my collection whatsoever, and I loved this idea of just, I mean, anti-censorship. Who wants to be censored? So very cool. I will be using that today for some fireworks in the background. I'm going to try to keep the mess at a minimum because it can really go places. Actually, I better shake it a little more. I've never shaken this one before. I figured Censor Red was quite appropriate for America's birthday. Got my syringe. I'm going to suck a little bit up, and the plunger's a little stuck. So, okay, there we go. Takes a second. I'm going to squirt it all back in. There we go. I just want the little bit left over inside. So hopefully this won't make such a mess. I'm going to try to get it maybe off to the corners, so maybe I can write in the middle. There we go. That's not bad. All right. Leave that for a second. And while that is drying, I will show off the fireworks from the previous video that I did. It's the last video that I recorded, so if anyone's interested, please check it out. I will link it in the description below as well. But this was so much fun. I loved the results. I mean, some of these colors were just incredible. So much fun to play with. That one big firework I thought was going to be terrible, I ended up absolutely loving. Just so cool. All those layers. These were a little bit more on the quick side, but using those Ferris wheel press inks, the Tumbly Time Blue, Ruby Royal Flush, and of course the Roaring Patina Black really added to this. This ink was Rome Burning, which I believe has been renamed to Rome, so this was Noodler's Rome. And a lot more. This was Noodler's Dragon's Napalm, which I believe has been renamed to Dragon's Fire. A lot of Ferris wheel press, Roaring Patina Black ink. I mean, oh my goodness, this ink is just incredible. So much fun to play with. Anyway, you can check that video out if you like. I'm gonna let this dry for a few more seconds. I forgot to stick a piece of copy paper behind this. Hopefully it won't affect it too much. Just in case there's any major bleed through. Moving on to the next color, I'll be using Private Reserve American Blue. Appropriately named for this, I think. Let's see. Okay. And see if I can like go around the edges just a little bit without getting it too crazy. Take the syringe and kind of, it's not too much ink on the paper right now, but I thought wringing some of those lines out would be a good idea. I'm not sure how much this onion skin paper can take. I know it can take a little bit for sure. I just don't want to punch through it. I need her some more drips, I think. So I'll just go ahead and play with that. I can just get kind of a drip going. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Okay, that was a little more ink than I wanted, but that's okay. A little bit more big than I wanted. We'll just have this be the one big one. Definitely have to be adding some more. Don't have a good spot to set this. Okay. Definitely need to add some more red. I think this would be a good time to add some shimmer ink. So I will let that dry for a few minutes. I'm going to add Ferris Wheel Press Tumbling Time Blue. Just a little bit more blue just to get that shimmer on there, and then I'm going to move back to red, I think. And then I'll probably be ready to go ahead and write the poem. This is from their Down the Rabbit Hole line, which is the first chapter name, I believe, from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Yeah, I better get as much of this out as I can. It's always so much more in the syringe than you anticipate. I think I'm going to put it in some of the centers to kind of give it a little depth. And hopefully some, ooh, or that, we can do that too. Some shimmer right off to the side here. There we go. Just get a little bit more, square it back. And right there. And there. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone, let it dry, and then come back to red. I'm gonna grab Dragon's Napalm, or Dragon's Fire, it's called now. Let me shake it up a little. This just showed up really good when I used it before. I think it'd be a little fun to add some intensity. Okay. some blue mixed in there. It's kind of cool. I feel like I'm kind of done. I think I might just want to add some more shimmer, and then I'll be ready to write the poem. So I am going to use Ferris Wheel Press Roaring Patina Black to get some gold shimmer. And I'm gonna have to shake it up really good because that shimmer settles to the bottom. Actually, shake it a little bit more. It's always just like a little spot. Oh, that one's good. Okay. I'm just going to set that aside for a quick second. I need a Q-tip. Pull it out a little bit. Okay. I need something thinner for this one. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done. Just gonna throw a little shimmer around so I've got it. And I'm gonna call that done. I'm gonna let it all dry and come back and write the poem. While I was waiting for the background fireworks to dry, I filled my vanishing point with the Censor Red. So I've actually never put a colored ink in the vanishing point before. It's always been some kind of black ink. So this is going to be really interesting for me to try. And I will go ahead and get started. So I've got my poem. Just shove things out of the way. Hopefully I'll be able to see it. Poem title is The 4th of July. Day of glory, welcome day, freedom's banners greet thy ray. See how cheerfully they play with thy morning breeze. On the rocks where pilgrims kneeled, on the heights where squadrons wheeled, when a tyrant's thunder pealed o'er the trembling seas. God of armies, did thy stars on their courses smite his cars, blast his arm and wrest his bars from the heaving tide? On our standard lo they burn, and when days like this return, sparkle o'er the soldier's urn who for freedom died. God of peace, whose spirit fills all the echoes of our hills, all the murmur of our rills, now the storm is o'er. O let free men be our sons, and let future Washingtons rise to lead their valiant ones, till there's war no more. John Pierpont. So I am very pleased with the way this turned out. I think it's pretty cool. I don't think that the color, the way the Censor Red is showing up, I mean like there, I think that's pretty accurate, that little splotch. But the writing, it's running over so many other colors that I think it's not an accurate depiction of the color itself, but I am absolutely thrilled with the way it has turned out. I think that is so incredibly cool. So thank you so much for watching. Everyone have a happy and safe 4th of July.